Hello friends, I hope you guys are doing well. It has been raining non-stop, so I'm gonna give you a rainy garden tour. Everything is looking so lush, so green, so healthy. I'm so grateful for the rain, friends. So let's get started in the front garden bed. So you saw the tulips, right? Look at this. The tulips did not last long at all. So the star right now, they are the Alliums. Yeah, so right in front of us here, this tall one, this is a gladiator allium, friends, that we did in the fall. Just look at it. It's so pretty and tall. So let me step back and show you what the front is looking like. Here's another allium. I forget which one this is, but this entire bed is new. We did this in the fall season together, and I put the allium behind the boxwoods because these foliage would turn brown. Like here, do you see that? Yep, they turn brown, and you have the beautiful stem in there. So I just kind of tuck them in between. Very excited about that. And I think my Mr. Arborvitae bowling ball, I think it suffered maybe some winter burn or something. Look at that, friends. There's still green growth underneath there, but the top is not looking too well. So I'll give it a chance, see if it flushes out new growth. Looks like it is, and see what happens. But anyway, look at these allium, friends. Oh my goodness, these ones, they're so pretty. I can't wait for them to open up. The Rose of Sharon is doing well. And friends, I must say my Fritillaria, it is suffering, and I don't know what's going on here. Do you see how it look yellowish? And this one over here looks really bad. Just look at that. So I gave up, right? I was so excited. I don't know what's happening with the Fritillaria, but it is what it is. I have other plants to enjoy. And I added these 3 plants here. These are the obedient plants. So pretty. They're supposed to be native plants. I put 3 here. The blooms are pink. I think they're known as the shrimp plant, I think. And I also extended this area, friends. This was all grass, but I had some topsoil with compost, and it made a mess in the garden here. See my pebbles here from when I did the Vigo garden beds. So I just came in here and I just made the entire area all mulched, and it looking so good, right? And lush. And here's the rose here. And friends, look at this. This rose is blooming. I think this is called Milani. Look at it blooming, and look at the buds on here, friends. I'm like, when did this happen, right? I just love the surprises in the garden. And let's come to the back here. Look at this Nandina. Look at the growth on this, friends. It looks so pretty. And here's the Sweet Dream rose, and some allium in between, another Nandina there. And you could see the tulips coming to an end. I'm leaving the foliage up so they turn brown, so the bulb could so the sun can put the energy back in the bulb, so they will return next year. And friends, look at here. Look at my sweet pea. Oh my goodness, I can't wait for them to get tall here and just climb up here. They're looking so good. And look at this beautiful spirea. Just look at the colors on here. Absolutely gorgeous. And the blooms are coming out. Just loving it. And the hydrangea is doing well also over here. And here is some alyssum. That's how I like to start my alyssum seeds. I just put it in here, and this will grow and just hang over here. And I have some in the back too that I started, the same concept. I think I shared this with you guys before, just for them to hang over the walkway path here. So that looks so pretty. All right, friends, and here we have the Monet. These are from Proven Winners. And I potted up these 2 planters here. We have corabels, because I'm trying to stay away from annuals. I really am. So with these corabels, it will give you colors. And I think this one was in the planter last year. They survived the winter in this same exact planter last year with the creeping Jenny. So I just came in. I had some leftover petunias. So I just tucked some in there. And I figure, why not do the same thing here? So this one had zinnias and mums, so I left the mum in here for the green foliage, and I put this corabel in here, and it looks so pretty, right? And the creeping Susans, the creeping Jenny is giving it that different contrasting color. And here we have another petunia. So I figure I'm trying to stay away from buying annuals every year, so I figure Corbel, right? You buy them for the foliage, why not use them? And look how pretty this look. Who need to spend so much money on annuals, right? And here's my hens and chicks, or chicks and hens. I always mix up the name. Looking good. And I brought out my banana plant. This was a clearance plant as I've been babying all winter. It got so big, friends. It was so small. So I brought it out to get some water from the rain and just for it to harden off. It's struggling, but it will do perfectly fine. It's been out maybe almost a month now. And here's the back of my secret garden there. And look, I tucked these alliums behind the Nandina just to hide the foliage, but it looks so pretty from the front. Friends, look at the peony. Oh my goodness, they are huge. This is a bare root I planted from Lowe's for $6.98. This one is a coral. I think this is probably maybe the 3rd or 4th year, but I'm telling you, the statement is so true. First year they sleep, second year they creep, third year they leap. I hope I got that correct. That is such a true statement with gardening. I'm telling you, these plants just amazing. They got bigger this year, so we're waiting for the peony to burst open first. Here's another Monet from Proven Winners. Those were all clearance plants, and I think I'm gonna give you a tour of clearance plants in another video. And friends, look at this, my double knockout roses. Look at the buds on here. I can't wait, friends. Oh my goodness, everything is looking so lush, very, very lush. And here we have this lily coming up here, and the boxwood, and here we have more of the alliums. They look so pretty, friends. And I'm happy I'm recording this. So what I'm gonna do in fall, I could go back to this video and see where I can tuck in more alliums. You just tuck them in, right? You don't need a lot of space for them. Just tuck them in as bulbs, and they come right up. And our ranunculus, they're doing so good. Look at them. I can't wait for them to open up. And here we have more of the alliums. These are a different type, so I just have them lining the walkway here. Let me back up so you can see what it looks like. And these are the $2 and change clearance arborvitae from Lowe's. I picked up last year. They look so lush. The boxwoods are looking really lush. So I can't wait for these alliums to open up. And then the plants in the center, they're doing well. We have roses in here. We have Veronica Speedwell. We have a lot of plants in here. And I planted my hollyhock. Can't wait for these guys to come up. I did these from seeds, friend. Yes, these I did in the winter sowing method. So most of my winter sowing plants already planted. And right over here, those are some poppies we sprinkled together with the irises. I'm trying to make sure I capture everything, so when they're in bloom you can actually see what they're looking like. And some lilies coming up over there also. I need to fix this. I think it's from the rain. Ton of rain we got, friends. And then let's go on over here. And the bee balm are looking well. Everything is just so lush. It's amazing what rainwater can do, right? The gladiolus in the back there coming up to give some height. And then look at this, my snapdragons are coming back. Yep, they came back for me, and some of them I did in the winter sowing method. I plant them out. Here's a lupine from the winter sowing method. I sprinkled a lot of them throughout the garden. I just love lupines. And here's the boxwood again, looking so lush, and the sedum there. And here's the view with the alliums. You cannot even see the foliage, right? So with alliums, always try to plant them behind shrubs, so that way the shrub can hide the foliage. And here's this ballerina. This is coming back too. I had two, but one of them died out, so I'm surprised. This one was struggling, friends, and I just decided to leave it alone. And look at this, it's coming right back up. I planted it, I think, in spring of last year. And then we have more ranunculus there. And then these are some obedient plant right here I planted. And here's the liatrace, and then we have lilies in the back, and here's another beautiful rose. Look at the foliage, friends. Oh my goodness, looking so healthy and lush. Here we have three beautiful boxwoods here again, friends, looking so good. And I keep saying looking so good, right? Because I'm so excited. Everything is just looking so healthy and lush. Very grateful for the rain. Oh my goodness, look what's in front of me. They always say in the garden, look up. If I did not look up, I wouldn't have not seen this, right? Look at this. Look up, friends. Look up in your garden. My climbing rose. Oh my goodness. Let me get in between here. This is the golden showers, a golden celebration climbing rose. This one was a clearance one too. I got from Lowe's. Look at this, friends. And this is the first time I'm ever noticing it has pink in it. Normally last year it was all yellow. Not sure where the pink is coming from. Oh my goodness. It smells like soap. It's supposed to be fruity. It has a fruity soap smell to it. Oh my goodness, that smells so good, friends. So look at it. Look at the buds on here. I am so excited. I can't wait for when this completely opens. And then right behind here we have some gladiolus coming up, friends, along with my clematis bare root. Do you see how good they look in there? I have to come in there and just help it climb up on the trellis. And then here is my planter. All these I did from seeds. Yes, all these I sowed inside. So we have Dusty Miller, we have column stock, we have petunia. These are the edible ones from Baker Creek. We have verbena. Yes, friends, all of this from inside. So I can't wait to see the beautiful colors there. I told you guys I'm trying not to buy annuals. I'm trying to do my own annuals, right? Because it gets so expensive. They really are, and it just only lasts you for the year, right? And then we have these snapdragons. Those are white. And then we have two white phloxes right here, one there and one here. And then look at these lilies. These lilies I did late summer. They were at Walmart for like $2. They were the bulb in the pack and clearance. I sprinkled a ton of them out through here, friends. If you want to create color throughout summer, pick up lilies, okay? And they're so easy. Just tuck them in between. You don't need much space. You do not need to take 12 inches or whatever in the ground as a plant. Just tuck them in because they're bulbs. So I'm really excited about the different colors that will be popping up in between here. And here's the other gladiator, Allium. Look at that baby. Let me back up. It's so tall. And then the hardy hibiscus, you could see the new growth coming from in there. I have to come in and trim that down very soon. Oh, and look what I forgot. This is our Casablanca lily. Look how big that is, friends. All right, friends, and over here, look at my lupine. I love lupine, love them so much. And then that's a hollyhock I tuck in between here. Here's another lupine in the back there, another peony plant. And then my scabiosa is coming back here. And as you can see, the tulips are on their last leg, just waiting for them to get brown and just clip them off after they turn brown. And they're hiding my rose behind here. This rose needs some space from them. And here we have more alliums over there. And look at this bunch of tulips. Look at this bunch of lilies. They look so pretty. Look at that, friends. And here's another lupine. I did this in the winter sowing method last year. I can't wait to see what color it is. I'm really excited about it. I'm hoping it's not purple, just to have different colors throughout the garden. And look who's hiding behind here. Hello, Mr. Lupine. In the back there, looking so good, pretty. And over here is another container, like the other one I did over there. Column stock, petunia, alyssum, all these I did from seeds, friend. Can't wait for it to get big and start to bloom. But you could see how healthy everything is looking, right? The rain, I'm telling you, that's the best fertilizer for your plants. And the cut flower side is looking good, but I'll do this in another video for you so I don't make this video too long. But let me take you to the Pollinator garden bed where you can see what's going on with the Pollinator. Friends, look at this. It's all about the alliums, right? Just look at them. It looks so pretty. Let's start from this end. Here we have our hardy hibiscus. It's coming up already. And the tulips in the front, spent blooms here. Look at the allium, friends. The black eyed Susan, look at them, they're looking so good. And I planted 2 new ones to my collection. Very excited about those. And then the lilies, you can see there. And this is the Pollinator garden bed, friends, where I've said several times I have nothing but plants in here for the pollinators. And here's this vervain I planted from winter sowing method, looking good. And snapdragons coming back, friends. Lilies. Hello, Mr. Tall Gladiator. This is the third one. It was 3 of them in the pack, yes. So I punctuated them at different levels at the front garden bed. So it looks so good, friends. It really does. Look how tall it is. And this is the sweet William from the dollar store seeds. And what is this? Oh, this is the Gara plant. Yes, this one is white. And then we have gladiolus coming up there. And friends, our Yoshino is out of bloom. Look at it. It's done blooming, but that's okay. I enjoy the pretty white blooms. And here we have spirea. I just love spirea. I'm on the hunt for the candy cane spirea. I want probably maybe 2 more spireas for the garden. I just love them for the foliage. They give you these beautiful blooms too, friends, but you normally just plant them for the foliage, just as you do with the corabels, the heucheras. And look at these lilies. Oh my goodness, I feel like these need to be divided, but who cares? I'm leaving them as is. I just love the fullness they give. Lilies, definitely they do multiply, so always keep that in mind when you're planting them. And then we have more of the obedient plant behind there, the pink one that I told you looked like a shrimp. Love that. And then we have more of the alliums in the front, the echinacea looking so good. And here is my butterfly milkweed. Yes, there's 1 batch here, 1 batch here, and then 1 batch here. There's 3 sets of them in there. And friends, I planted my delphinium I did using the winter sowing method. I put 1 there, and I think I put 1 over there, so hopefully they catch on. And there's some snapdragons in there. More lilies. Oh, these are the tiger lilies we did last year. We got them in clearance, the bulbs, and we planted them. Not sure if you saw that video, but here they are, looking so good. And here's this milkweed, the free milkweed I got that I told you guys about. And then, oh my goodness, more lilies behind there. Just look at that, friends. Amazing. I'm just loving it. It's just looking so lush. Alright, friends, I hope you enjoyed the tour of the front garden bed. I'm going to do the back by itself so this video does not get too long. But the alliums, they are the star right now. Yes, just loving them. Just look at them. And I can't wait to share what those other ones will be, the colors. I think they're white and purple also. Definitely, friends, these will bloom for me all the way into, I would think they bloom all the way into end of May, early June. Yes, they bloom a very long time in the garden. And after they bloom, friends, I'm going to leave them up just to give some interest. And then later on, when they're already dried and stuff, I'll clip them off to take them inside to add to my floral arrangement. They make great dried floral arrangements. They really do. Something to keep in mind if you did not know that. I'll put a picture in for you so you can see what I have been collecting in the last couple of years. But I hope you enjoyed this tour. I hope you guys are doing well and your garden is looking lush also. So I'll give you another tour of the back. I have to do the back, friends, and I'll definitely be sharing that with you. But anyway, so I'll see you in the next one. As always, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys so much, each and every one of you. Thank you once again, and I'll see you in the next one now. Cheers.